Good morning. Today is November 23rd, and this is Psychic Medium Danielle Garcia with your energy forecast for the week. How's everybody doing? The Schumann resonance was certainly spiking over the weekend. Today, knock on wood, I have checked in and it's vibing at a 12, so not too far off its normal 7.83 measurements. Thank you, God. We have moved out of post-shadow Mercury retrograde. Super awesome again. And this week, we're in the threshold of the lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse is coming November 30th, which also happens on a Gemini full moon. So lots of different energies coming forward. Theme of the week seems to be gratitude, moving forward into more of the energy and vibration of gratitude to raise the vibe, as well as heart openings. When we're thinking from our mind, depending on which part of our mind we're thinking with, unconscious, conscious, super conscious, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, we receive different information when we're connecting with our mind as opposed to connecting with our heart, right? So this week is all about heart openings. It's about becoming consciously centered in your heart. Now, not so easy for a lot of empaths to do in the midst of pandemic and politics and yada, 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 right? So there's lots of different things going on. Absolutely. When you are coming up against the anxiety, the fear, the rage, the overwhelm, the depression, etc., it's so incredibly important to do our best just to take a step, to stop. Deep breath. Okay. Source, creator, God, show me truth. Align with the higher self. Align with your soul. Align with your spirit. Take some deep breaths. Show me truth. Not everything out there is truth right now, and I think most of us realize that. I'm hoping most of us realize that. It's super easy, again, to get caught up in that wave of, fear and anxiety. Are there things to fear? Sure. Are there things to be anxious about? Absolutely. But it's also incredibly important to have faith, to hold that line of light. Because when we lose that connection to higher self, when we lose that connection to source, when we lose that connection to creator, and instead choose to vibe in negativity and fear and overwhelm and depression, well, it's hard to get back up on the saddle again, so to speak. And faith and light are unwavering. It doesn't mean that we're not human and we don't have bad days. It doesn't mean that everything is all rainbows and unicorns and sunshine 24/7. It's not. We're human. We get stuck in our egos. We get stuck in our anxiety. But now more than ever before, because of where we are as humans, because of where we are planetarily, because of where we are with the vibes in the universe, it is so important to hold on to faith and light more than ever, ever, ever before. So when you're feeling low, reach out to someone. Don't just sit there and dwell and go down the rabbit hole of darkness. Reach out, pray, get outside, play with your animals, grab some stones, listen to some music, do a meditation, go outside your comfort zone. Because once we all begin vibing in anxiety and depression, it's a lot harder to get out of that hole, right? This week, again, because of where we are, still feeling that Scorpio energy, it's about shedding layers of untruths. It's about revealing lies and secrets from others as well as ourselves. Sometimes we keep telling ourselves, okay, it's all right. It's going to get better. It's okay. I'm fine. It's all right. I'm just going to stay here in this job, in this relationship, in this house, and this, that, and this, the other. Well, now's the time to really, really look at truth. Again, show me truth. Source, show me truth. Higher self, show me my truth. Show me what I can't see. Show me what is not being easily revealed to me in this given moment in time. Because we are in this threshold of the lunar eclipse, that also activates a lot of energies. It brings forward much emotion. So those of us that tend to be very emotional, like myself, can definitely be activated and triggered. This is also about, this particular eclipse relates to your connection with uncertainty and change in relationships, as well as your abundance. So it has to do with your romantic relationships, your family relationships, your friendship relationships, your coworker relationships, as well as your relationship to abundance. Abundance of money, abundance of health, abundance of faith, etc., etc., etc. So don't be surprised if insecurities and anxieties come up in regards to that. Don't be surprised if changes happen in your relationship. Now, knowing this, and I truly believe that knowledge is power, we can actually harness the energies of this threshold of the eclipse, the lunar eclipse that's coming in. So if we know ahead of time, hey, I'm an emotional person, I'm an empath, I'm a sensitive, I tend to be triggered and activated. So when those little issues come up of, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that, or oh my God, I can't believe my mother said that, we have this awareness that, okay, this is a time where these things are going to come to light. And if I know that, it's easier for me to take a step back and take the observer's role, as opposed to being right in the thick of things and getting into the drama and trauma of it. If I can take a step back and say, wow, you know what? I usually always react when my significant other acts like this, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, is it really that big of a deal? What am I putting as a priority right now? If I can take a look at it like that, if I can step back, if I can be the observer instead of the instigator, or instead of the active participant, I can choose how I act and react in that moment. And not only can I choose how I act, I can create a change not only in my behavior, but because I'm changing my behavior, the behavior of other people around me tends to change because they're used to me reacting and acting a certain way, right? So when I change that, they're going to be taken aback. They're going to have to change their way of acting and reacting to me. It's very much like a harmonic dance. And the same thing comes true with our abundance. If we're worried that we're going to get sick, we're going to get sick, you're probably going to gravitate towards that. You're probably going to bring that to you. And whether it's COVID or the flu or a cold or an ulcer or a mental breakdown, whatever that might be, we create our existence. We create our reality, right? So take a moment when those insecurities, when those fears, when those anxieties come up. Take a moment, step back. Look to see how you're participating. Look to see your part of this, because that's really all you can control, right? You can't control how other people act and react. You can't control COVID. You can't control the flu. You can control how you think about it. You can control how you feed your immune system. There's all sorts of different things that you can control. So take control, because when you take control of your behavior, when you take control of your part of the relationship to whatever it is, then you're not feeling insecure anymore. Then you're not feeling anxious because you have a plan. You know what you're doing. You know how you're going. You know what the outcome will be according to your actions and your belief system. Money is a huge factor this week. How you think about money, what your relationship to money is, how you bring in money. So think about that. Do you feel like you are an abundant person? Do you feel that money is an energetic exchange? Do you feel that money flows into your life easily? Or do you feel like you have to work your ass off overtime to ever get ahead? Or do you ever feel like you're getting ahead? Really look at your relationship with money now in this threshold of eclipse energy, because there's a great healing to be had. both with abundance with finances, also with abundance with health, also with abundance with love and relationships. So allow yourself to be the emotional detective, if you will. Kind of put your little, self-therapist hat on and take a look and start evaluating some of your reactions, your behaviors, your belief systems. There are new paradigms coming all the time, right? So we're not set in a way of acting for the rest of our lives. We continue to grow. We continue to mature. We continue to change. So our behaviors and our beliefs can go along with that change. Absolutely. Intuition is incredibly high during eclipse season. Absolutely. So watch out for those red flags. Trust your gut and continue to ask to see truth. This particular eclipse coming through is set up energetically to basically unload the emotional baggage, has the potential to unload the emotional baggage of the last 6 months and be an emotional reset. Now, who doesn't want that? But again, you have to work it. You have to participate at it. It's not like, okay, here the sun and the moon are going to align, and all I got to do is just stand here, and all my emotional baggage is going to fade away. Woohoo! Nice job. Go me. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. You have to work it. You have to look at it. These energies are meant to be felt. They're meant to trigger us. They're meant to bring us to a higher vibe. They're meant to give us an opportunity to heal and become stronger. One other thing I wanted to touch on as well is many of you have been reaching out to me in regards to the energies of 2020, right? Crazy, I know. A lot of different light workers have been feeling like, there's something I need to do. I know I'm supposed to be doing something, but I don't know what it is. I'm questioning my life purpose. What I've noticed with a lot of people that are getting triggered this way is that these are people that have existed during the times of Lemuria. For those of you unfamiliar with Lemuria, Lemuria was the first civilization of humanity here on Earth. Many different souls from many different parts of the universe decided to come and play human to see what that experience was going to be like. And during those times of Lemuria, especially the golden times, I should say, the civilization just thrived. It was all for highest best good. This community was absolutely amazing. And people would channel in light from other galaxies and star systems, and everyone worked together. There wasn't necessarily the hierarchy that we see now in our existence. And negativity and thoughts and feelings of greed or power really weren't there until the darkness entered the situation. And it started out with an infatuation with darkness, with dark energies coming in and tempting someone that was responsible for a pretty significant role. And that person was, basically captivated with promises of power and greed and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of things began to change in Lemuria. And many people in Lemuria just kind of went with the flow of it. They didn't listen to their gut. They didn't see the changes coming forward. They didn't want to see the changes because they wanted to believe what was being told to them. Even though they felt differently, even though they felt that this was an untruth, even though they felt that there were secrets to be uncovered. Well, the darkness did invade this beautiful paradise, and tsunamis and volcanoes and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and Lemuria was dispatched. Many people died. The civilization was torn apart. The continent itself was torn apart. And those that survived went on to places like ancient Egypt and other places around the world to start many of our ancient cultures that we're aware of right now. These souls that were there, many of them are present right now, and they're encountering that same type of vibration that they felt then. Something is amiss. There is darkness present that wants to take over the light. Don't know what to do. Do you put your warrior of light suit on and go to battle? Do you protest in the streets? What do? You hold the light. You proclaim, and you know with every single cell of your existence that light is stronger than darkness. You hold the line. You ground that light through your body, through your soul, into Mother Earth, into the etheric fields each and every day. And that light is contagious. When you hold that light indeed is infectious. Much more than any dis-ease, much more than any virus on this planet. If you took time, the same time that you've been plugging into drama and fear and trauma, how much time a day do you spend on that? Your social media feed, the news, the text from friends, family members. How much time are you spending on drama and trauma? How much time are you spending on fear? Flip that switch. What if you spent that same amount of time grounding the light, grounding your faith, asking Source, show me truth, show me my next steps, guide me, connect with your team, connect with your angels, connect with those Lemurian elders and ancestors that still exist all around us. It's time. It's time to gear up. It's time to hold the light. Hold the line. Don't lose your faith. Don't repeat ancient history. The end result here is undecided. Be the change. Hold the line. Hold the light. Establish your faith. Take time each day to do that. So, I am drawing today from a new deck I got that I really enjoy. It's by Izzy Ivy, called Beyond Lemuria. And thank you, Kristen, so much for turning me on to this deck. So let me pull a few cards and see if it kind of lines up with our forecast for the week. First card. Star Seer, number 46. Check her out. Okay. Star Seer. To me, this card is saying, note your connection to the star systems. Note your connection to the planets. Be aware of those energies coming forward so that you can utilize them to be the shift and positive change in your light. You know, when planets change, when the universal vibes change, it doesn't mean that we have to go hide out in a selenite cave with a case of wine, as tempting as that might sound. It means that we, again, like the weather report. Okay, I need to bring my umbrella today. Look at it that way and harness those energies. 21, communication, co-creation. Ooh, I really love this energy too. Let me see if I can there we go. There you can see it without the glare. Now, when I feel the energy of this card, this actually is not just about our communication. There's a beautiful portal of energy within the heart and the person here in the center, the soul in the center. It's co-creating with others, holding on to that heart-centered energy, holding on to faith, holding on to light, holding on to trust. This is also a very, very cosmic card from my perception. So it's also reaching out to those planetary light beings that we are connected with. And conclusion card for the week. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Earth Star Chakra, initiation. Very powerful card. Let's take a look at this guy and let's break it down. So we have third eye on a lotus, opening, awareness, psychic sense. We have another lotus depiction up here along with other crystal energy, far and high above, your connection to higher self. Another confirmation, and grounding that light, grounding those energies on earth for highest, greatest good of all. Be the change, dear ones. It's up to you. We get to choose. We get to decide. We get to create. Create well. Make good choices. Be the change. Hold the line. Hold the light. Have a blessed week.